Made in Hollywood.
The zombie horror thriller 28 years later, The Bone Temple, starring Ralph Fiennes, is made in Hollywood.
We dance together literally, but we also dance together in our energy.
Made in Hollywood.
Also on today's show, the action thriller Dead Man's Wire, featuring Coleman Domingo and Carrie Elways.
The character I played, Mike Grable, made the headlines because he was the first detective on the scene.
Plus, Kristen Stewart's directorial debut, The Chronology of Water, featuring Imogen Poots, the gripping drama Rosemead, starring Lucy Liu and Lawrence Shaw, and the romantic drama People We Meet on Vacation, starring Emily Bader and Tom Blythe. This week on Made in Hollywood.
Made in Hollywood.
Survivors in a zombie-infested Britain confront a world where the infected aren't the only threat to survival in the horror thriller 28 years later, The Bone Temple, starring Ralph Fiennes and Aaron Kellyman.
Trying to predict the future is a discouraging and hazardous occupation. In fact, it may not even exist at all.
It's great to play a part over two films I have with Voldemort. The narrative is more in favor of Kelson's story and Samson's story together.
I open the door of heaven and hell.
When that time comes, men will no longer communicate.
I'm not good with horrors. I don't like being scared. The idea of becoming a part of this franchise, even just getting to audition, was a crazy concept to me. So now that it's like here and it's about to be released, it feels very surreal, but I'm excited.
The whole world will cease to make any sense.
Well, she definitely was intent to come with a different filmic approach. I think she made that clear to Danny and Alex. She didn't want to ever attempt to imitate Danny's directorial style. I think she's edited the film to allow the close-ups to breathe, and I like that.
She was very communicative and supportive. She knew exactly what she wanted.
Look at the incredible changes we've experienced.
The relationship on screen is very much the relationship we have in real life. I have an affection for the man. I don't hide it. I mean, if anything, I celebrate it. I think to have discovered a friend in this medium, I suppose, is odd and rare.
I think watching Rafe is a masterclass in itself. His stamina is like nothing else. He just will keep going and going and going, and nothing seems to faze him.
And yet even greater changes are still to come.
He's generous, he's committed, he's always present, ready to go, ready to give of himself in the moment. We dance together literally, but we also dance together in our energies. As you can tell from hearing him, he has a wonderful generosity of spirit, and that's rare.
In the action thriller Dead Man's Wire, featuring Coleman Domingo and Carrie Elways, a notorious 1977 kidnapping ignites a national media frenzy that turns an abductor into an outlaw folk hero.
It is Tuesday, February 8th. I'm DJ Fred Temple. I thank you for listening.
Sir, you have a caller? That Tony Kuritz's fella's on the line and he's asking to speak to you. The guy with the shotgun in the man's neck.
Bill was, to me, sort of like a man of a thousand faces. He seemed like the guy for a job like that. Like almost in a, I want to say Peter Sellers way. Like he could transform himself.
Gus knew that he wanted to work with Bill. He knew what Bill was capable of and knew that he would be able to bring that dark comedy, that intensity.
This loan company's done me wrong. They set me up and schemed to ruin my life.
It is real. It's around my neck. We're tied to each other the whole film. And it also just helped with the general kind of malaise and angst of my character, because I literally had this wire around my neck the entire movie.
So what's your plan, Tony, huh? What's next?
This is a dead man's wire. If anybody yanks on me or yanks on that gun, he'll die.
The character I play, Mike Grable, made the headlines because he was the first detective on the scene. And he knew Tony.
Now, Tony, a lot of worried folk out here.
This is unbelievable.
Gus kind of said to me, he's like, I don't want you to just play Dick Hall as he was on screen or how he represents himself in the book. I feel like you have the spirit and the energy of what I want to embody this character, and so does Bill.
Gus is one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. I mean, I've like grown up watching his films, and this is like, it's like landing your Moby Dick white whale.
He has an incredible quiet confidence of a man who has been an icon in the space for such a very long time.
Okay, Dad, if you wanted to take a moment to apologize, I think it would expedite this release process.
We did do like rehearsals with Al and Dacre and Bill together for the phone calls. It was all quite exciting because Bill, when he's in character, is quite crazy and wild. So it sort of affected Al. He realized we're in the real thing now, which he's of course used to, but you know, these guys could deliver it.
I'm not gonna admit guilt to something I didn't do. Just apologize for what you did, just apologize.
It's so topical right now. Gus Van Sant is like on my bucket list of directors to work with. The challenge of playing a character that's so much older than me, I think, as well, is a really big thing. And those three things just in conjunction with, honestly, the ensemble.
When I read the script, I was like, wow, how creative, how insane. That's impossible. And I was even more intrigued when I found out the story was real.
I was drawn to the fact that I didn't know anything about it, and I thought, wait a minute, how come no one knows this story?
You're always striving to have this fantastic result, and you know, hopefully you get there.
I'm a damn national hero, and don't you forget it. I'm just getting started.
Coming up, Kristen Stewart's directorial debut, The Chronology of Water, featuring Imogen Poots, and the gripping drama Rosemead, starring Lucy Liu and Lawrence Shaw. To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviephone.com. Find it, watch it.
The whole non-linear style, it just felt like it really lent itself to the cinematic form. It just felt like it could kind of be everyone's story.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.
In Kristen Stewart's directorial debut, a young woman escapes an abusive past through competitive swimming, only to confront addiction and self-destruction in the intimate drama The Chronology of Water, featuring Imogen Poots.
The reason that I loved the book so much is because it does unearth your own relationship to figuring out how to find yourself on your own terms, and something about buried voice, whether or not you have this specific oppressive forces on your back the way that she did.
That's not how I remember it. It's all a series of fragments.
There's a line in the book, like, you have to break the back of a word to actually, like, make it yours. And I thought the whole non-linear style, it just felt like it really lent itself to the cinematic form. It just felt like it could kind of be everyone's story.
Repetitions. Smiley face. Patterns. Formations.
The preparation for it physically was interesting. I've never done that before. I've heard of people like going on diets and lifting weights and being superheroes, but this was a sort of...
Yeah, but you should have seen her back.
The back, I wanted a triangle back. I wanted to sort of have her look like I had the body of a swimmer. And so that was really empowering. That was really cool because my body changed. And so I did feel different going into the project. I felt like I had this strength. It's quite an interesting state to be in.
There are moments.
Look at me.
Between years.
Look at me.
Surface with great force.
You know, in a lot of independent films, there's not a lot of prep. You know, you don't necessarily meet everyone beforehand. And that was the case with her and I.
Yeah, we didn't even meet. We weren't even
We weren't even on the set at all, at the same time at all. And the first scene we had to shoot was the scene in the hospital. The thing was, and this very rarely happens, Kristen said, action, you know, I dive in the scene, look Imogen right in the eyes, and instantly we were Lydia and Claudia.
I didn't want to let down Kristen. Kristen had been very loyal with me as her actress and waiting to do this film together. And the stakes of that are high. Like, it mattered a lot to me.
No one's big enough to hold what happens to us. It's in your hands. Kristen knew every breath between dialogue. I mean, she just knew every scene. She studied this for 8 years. She wrote it. And if you read the book and you see the movie, you can see that she did an incredible job adapting this book.
I wrote it over like an 8-year period. At some point, there's every page of that book has been adapted, but the whole thing was like clay. Just like your life is like clay. It's yours to sort of shape and form, and the movie felt like flying a kite. Like, it was just like, we were like caught up in this like hurricane of intuition.
Memories are stories. So you better come up with one you can live with.
Inspired by a harrowing true story, a terminally ill mother takes increasingly drastic measures to protect her troubled teenage son as his dangerous obsessions escalate in the gripping drama Rosemead, starring Lucy Liu and Lawrence Shaw.
This isn't going to just go away like some cold. He needs to learn to live with it. You both do.
This project was just, to me, heartbreaking when I read it, and the fact that it was based on a true story crushed me.
Yeah, my first reaction was, it was shock at first, I would say, but then it was also deep, deep compassion.
We hope the film opens up conversations around shame and stigma around mental health and the isolation that it can create.
Just because you have a Chinese face is not mean you're understanding us.
I think the preparation beforehand with the language was the most taxing part of it, but it also brought me into the performance. The trauma of coming over to this country and also then having to deal with racism and also stigmatism, and the separation of what this woman felt from her own community, I think was what was so devastating to me.
When we were starting to think about the film, we understood that this horrific act that she does had to be done out of love, that she felt like she had no other options.
Joe, are you all right? We can take a break.
No, I'm okay.
This is his first feature. You know, he had only done, I think, a short film before, and it just immediately in his audition tape, his talent stood out. He had this empathy for the character that was so palpable, and his instincts were always interesting.
Lawrence did an unbelievable job. This is his first foray into feature films. He's incredibly talented and just a wonderful person.
I want to give a lot of credit to Eric and Lucy, our director, Eric, for helping me feel normal, and they were my support. They were my community, people who took their time to make sure that I was okay.
I'm looking for my son. His name is Zhou Zhao.
She had to bring this physicality of someone with cancer, while also the language and the emotional, psychology all behind it. And she was so committed to it that I was like, I was inspired.
I think everyone understanding that somebody had a struggle from somewhere, he was able to, I guess, weave that into this movie and make it authentic and make it something that was able to be received in a way, and to gently bring that performance out of all of us.
宝贝，不管发生什么事，妈咪永远爱你。
To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviephone.com. Find it, watch it. Up next, the romantic drama People We Meet on Vacation, starring Emily Bader and Tom Blythe.
He doesn't take risks because he plays it safe, and the stakes are allowing yourself to be changed by someone else.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.
Now available on your home screen. In the romantic drama People We Meet on Vacation, starring Emily Bader and Tom Blythe, two longtime best friends reunite for their annual summer trip, only to question whether their decade-long bond has always been something more.
Alex, come here.
Honey, Alex is here. Ta-da!
Are those condoms?
I just want you to be safe, that's all.
How many times do I have to tell you? Alex and I are just friends, so we don't need condoms. And we definitely don't need 500.
I don't think I really knew how scary it was, and so there wasn't really, it was like not an active decision. It was like, oh, someone wants to make it into a movie. Cool, that's amazing. Like, how many people get to have that experience? And then you realize how terrifying it is. The biggest fear for me was, what if the readers hate it? What if it's not what they're hoping for? And, you know, obviously you can't make everyone happy, but we wanted to make as many people as possible happy.
On vacation, you can be anyone you want.
Who wants to go skinny dipping?
Alex does not.
Maybe vacation Alex does.
I mean, there's definitely elements that I had to bump up or change, like with every character, but there is maybe more of me inherently in this character than in some of the other ones I played.
How about every summer, wherever we are, we meet somewhere in the world for a trip?
To get to play that and go fully in that direction gave me some renewed confidence. I'm such a people pleaser and I've been working on it, but to be able to take up space in this role was like therapeutic in some ways.
We're expected to take up space inherently for our jobs. We're also very highly self-conscious, self-critical people, and so it's such a weird thing, so it must be really hard. No.
Hey! What a coincidence! We just got hitched too. So sweet.
Congratulations, you two.
Do you remember that day where I said to Brett, like, what are the stakes?
Yeah.
What are the stakes? And he was like, the stakes are love, man. And I was like, the stakes can't just be love. And then I realized, oh, the stakes are, again, someone who thinks taking up space is a bad thing, so he kind of is repressed. And not just that, but he doesn't take risks because he plays it safe. And the stakes are allowing yourself to be changed by someone else.
I'm here. I'll always be here.
Sorry.
What was that?
I'm just confused.
What am I to you?
I've always dreamed of making a rom-com like this, and it's really Emily's book that made me feel like I could do a movie worthy of, you know, the Mount Rushmore of rom-coms, your Notting Hills, your When Harry Met Sally's, your Groundhog Days. I was sitting there thinking, what are the memorable moments? What are the things that I always think about when I think about, you know, my best friend's wedding? What comes to mind?
We had the Kate Hudson dress from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days on the Wall. So we wanted to have a dress moment, a moment for the dress, but also I do love a yearning across the room, and those scenes are kind of funny to shoot, and getting to watch you do your sort of romantic yearning was very fun.
Stay tuned, there's more coming up on Made in Hollywood.
Made in Hollywood.
Thanks for watching Made in Hollywood, powered by MoviePhone. For more behind-the-screen content, check out MoviePhone.com.